I'm Sean Crawford with JE Pistons. We're here today at our Huntington Beach facility, and I'm going to take you inside and show TransWorld and you guys how we manufacture custom pistons. So this is our shipping department here. This is where we hold all of our finished goods, all of our piston kits, all of our gaskets that we sell, and our wrist pins and our wire locks, things like that. We also hold our raw forgings here before we machine the parts. So if you come over here, I can show you where we hold those. So here in our JE warehouse, we keep both our raw billets and our raw forgings like you see here. We actually manufacture pistons from raw billet too, so this one will actually be fully machined into a finished piston that you can run in your bike. But we also make a lot of forged pistons, is what you see in most of our catalogs. So in this case, this is for a CRF 250. Eventually we will fully machine this part into a finished good, but at this time you can see some of the things that make JE different is the cavities that we put in our pistons. We make a lot of our parts dedicated for an application, so the deeper these cavities are, the more we can save unnecessary weight and make a lighter part for you. So I'll take you inside our manufacturing facility and show you how we make this into a finished piston. So you've seen our shipping department here. I'll take you over to our first manufacturing facility to see how we make parts. So this is our first manufacturing facility here, one of two we have on site. Let's go take a closer look on how the parts are made. This is the first JE manufacturing facility right here. We have two in total here on site, totaling about 60 CNC machines. We can make up to 2,000 pistons in one day. And that includes both shelf stock and custom pistons that we make to your specification. I can take you up close here and show you one of the reporting we have up there. We actually have real-time reporting of how many pistons we made in a day to make sure that we're on schedule. But let's go take a closer look at some of the machines and see some of the details on how we CNC machine pistons. This is one of a couple of 5-axis machines that we have here on site at JE. This allows us to do a lot of 3D features in the pistons and other operations that we can't normally do on a regular machine. Things like this we can do to reduce weight, do 3D milling, and also make parts with different, more complex features that can potentially increase horsepower. So you've seen our first manufacturing cell here. We've actually got a dedicated power sports cell in the other one where we make all of our power sports parts for the bikes, ATVs, etc. Let's go take a look at that. This right here is our second building. We have more CNC machines running over here. The cell that I was talking about is actually located there. We just started that. It's new for 2009. It allows us to make more precise parts for smaller bore ranges. So all the parts you'd buy for a 250 or 450cc dirt bike, it's all manufactured here at a really tight tolerance. These two pieces of machinery right here are brand new, part of a big investment we just made in our power sports manufacturing. Between these two machines, we spent over $1 million at the end of last year to get these things up. It's significantly improved our quality and precision, and also we can make them faster. Our lead time has been significantly reduced. So now you've seen all of our manufacturing cells. I'm going to take you in where the magic happens in our critical inspection lab. This right here is our critical inspection laboratory. This is a temperature and humidity controlled environment. We actually inspect all our pistons here. You can see actually we have a CMM running right now that's actually taking multiple measurements across the entire piston to make sure dimensionally it's correct. This is the kind of quality control we employ here at JE Pistons to make sure that everything is perfect. So this is where our manufacturing ends, right here. We have a special piece of equipment here that we use to wash all of our pistons. Basically, it washes and dries them immediately. This is what a finished part looks like. They basically come out perfectly spotless, ready for packaging to our customer. This is done with manufacturing. We'll take you over to engineering and show you how we design them. So I've showed you how we manufacture our parts and also how we inspect our parts in critical inspection. But now I'll show you where all the design work gets done in our engineering department. In our engineering department, we use Solidworks to model the pistons. Dan here is one of our power sports engineers. He's actually currently working on a new KX450F part. You can see one of the things that we do here is we use Solidworks to model up the chamber of the cylinder head so we can accurately calculate the compression ratio. This also allows us to know what the clearance is to the cylinder head, which is very important. So when we design a piston here, one of the first things that we do, long before we manufacture it, is we use finite element analysis to predict both thermal and mechanical stresses on the part. What you see there, what Dan's working on, is an actual example of a part that we're designing. He's actually seeing what's going to happen when the part's in the engine, then he can adjust the design accordingly to make it stronger, better, faster, basically. So in addition to FEA, we also use Solidworks to model up all our pistons before they go into manufacturing. This allows us to check the deck thickness, the dome volume to make sure the compression ratio is correct, and also allows us to check every other feature in the piston. So now we've seen how Dan designs the pistons here and how our engineering department handles orders. So now we'll head over to the layout room and I'll show you how we lay out new applications. Thanks, Dan. So Ricardo here is laying out a cylinder head for a new street bike application, but even if we had a new dirt bike, we'd bring it in here and do it just the same. So we can CC the chamber size of the head, we can check to the depth, but basically this allows us to engineer a brand new part for a brand new application. So now you've seen everything that JE has to offer. You guys got to get out of here, I got to get back to work. But if you want to learn more about our products, go to www.jepistons.com.